EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Mountaineers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Gentry. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders offense will have the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
The Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Takes the easy completion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
And the Red Raiders decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. Nestles it. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Mountaineers offense will go to work for the first time today. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles, and it starts with them in this defense against the run, blitzing, against the pass. They're all over the field, Paul.
Yeah, and I think for this offense, you want to be able to establish the run. I think the big key for them is going to be working the double teams in the zone game and getting into the 2nd level. You have got to try and cover these linebackers up and get a hat on them. If you don't, they're going to run free, and they're going to destroy your game plan.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different people.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Now on the counter. Leads it, taking it the other way. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. A strike downfield. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Red Raiders with the 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, running back on the move. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Here's the handoff. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 8. There's a heat. Steps away. Trying to make magic on the... There he goes. Made a defender miss. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. You get a play like that, and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Give to the running back. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. Looking to scramble. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And the Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played 1. Boy, they tried to end the 1st quarter on a high note to no avail. 2nd quarter's coming. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. We've played 1. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's good. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. The Mountaineers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. He'll get it all the way down. Defense is feeling the heat. And the Mountaineers want to crank the tempo. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. After a drive this long, a field goal would be demoralizing at this point. It's 3rd and goal. Here comes the heat. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Rush is on him. Flips it out on the screen. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10.